Okay, so let's solve the LeetCode daily question 1441, that is build an array with stack operations, and in this we'll be given an integer array target and an integer n, and we'll be have to create not form a stack, just the operations for the stack, uh, and the stack contains the two operations we all know, that is push and pop. Push is for pushing the element to the top of the stack, and pop is removing the topmost element from the stack. Okay, and in this we'll be having a stream of integer of the range 1 to n, and what we'll be doing, we'll be using two stack operation to make the number in the stack from bottom to the top equal to the target. Okay, and there are certain rules that we need to follow, that if the stream of the integer is not empty, pick the integer from the stream and push it to the top of the stack. If the stack is not empty, pop the integer at the top of the stack. If at any moment the elements in the stack from the bottom to top are equal to target, do not read new integers from the stream and do not do more operation on the stack. Okay, and return the stack operation needed to build the target following the method mentioned in the rules. And if there are multiple valid answers, we have to return any one of them. Okay, so like in this case what we are having, we are okay, now let me, yeah, now let's begin with the explanation of the test case, and this will be okay, just let me do, yeah. So in this case, first case, what will be given, will be given a target 1 and 3, and will be given n that is equal to 3, that is number of elements would be equal to 3. Okay, so what we'll be doing, that first we know that initially the stack would be empty and the last element is the top of the stack. Okay. Okay, and firstly what we'll be doing, we'll be reading pushing 1 to this, okay, 1 to the stack, and then what we'll be doing, will be let's say we'll be having a variable I that would be initialized, will be initializing it with 0. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to basically insert up to this this element, okay, 3. So first what we'll be doing, we'll be doing pushing 1 into the array, pushing 1 into the stack. Then what we'll be doing, then in the second step we'll be pushing 2 into the stack. Okay, then what we'll be doing, we'll be popping 2, that is the stack will again become 1, and at last what we'll be doing, we'll be pushing 3. Okay, so this is how we'll be getting the target array, that is 1 and 3. So similarly in the next case, we are having 1 2 3 as the target, and we are having n that is equal to 3. So what we'll be doing, we'll be using just three push operations, and at the end what we'll be doing, we'll be having the result array. Okay, so similarly in this case what we are having, okay, let me just, okay, so and this we'll be having initially the stack will be empty. So firstly what we'll be doing, we'll be pushing 1 to the stack, then what we'll be doing, we'll be pushing 2 to the stack, and since the stack from the bottom to the top is equal to the target, now our target is what, 1 and 2. So what we'll be doing, we'll be not performing any like we had to make the stack equal to 1 and 2. So what we'll be now doing, not performing any operations, so the answer that will be read from integer 3 will not be accepted. Okay, so let me explain this the test case once again. So what we are given, we have to form a target array. Let's say what we are having. Let's assume that we are having a variable that is initialized with 1. Okay, so what? Let's have an imaginary array. That's currently empty. So what we'll be doing? Firstly, what we'll be doing, the push operation. Push. Let's say we do push I. Okay, so now the array becomes 1, and now let's do I plus plus. Similarly, now what we'll be doing, why, now we'll be pushing, okay, let's say this is in a while loop, some condition, let's say while last element of array ALE is less than target, or is not equal to target basically. Okay, is not equal to the target. Okay, so now what we'll be doing, that we'll be I is equal to 1. This is just okay, this while condition will not work apparently. Okay, so let me just, okay, explain the iteration one. So in the first case we'll be doing push I, and then what we'll be doing, we'll be pushing doing I plus plus. Then what we'll be doing, we'll be pushing I again. Let me just, yeah, this is the first iteration. This is also the part of first iteration only. Okay, so now what we'll be doing, we'll be in the second iteration pushing I. So now what will it will become? It will become I plus plus. So here it will become 2. Now in the third iteration, we don't need 2 in the target, as we can clearly see the target is 1 and 3. So in the third operation, we will be simply popping off. Okay, pop. So this 2 will get deleted. And in the last operation, we need 3. Then what we'll be doing, we'll be here pushing I, and we'll be doing I plus 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 plus. So here it will come 3, and now it is equal to the target. So we'll be just returning these 4 operations which we have performed, that is push, then again push, and pop, and then again push. Okay, so this is how we'll be approaching the question. So now let's move towards the pseudocode for this. So let's have an answer variable. We have to basically return a list of strings. Okay, so what, let's say we have a list of answer. Okay, and then what we'll be doing, we'll be initializing a variable, let's say I, that is equal to 0, and then in a for loop, uh, let's say num in target. We'll be using a for each loop, and now here we'll be using a while loop. Okay, while I is less than num minus 1. Okay, so what we'll be doing, we'll be just pushing and popping that particular number. Answer dot add, we'll be adding the push command to the stack, and similarly we'll be doing the pop command. Okay, so pop here, and otherwise what we'll be doing, we'll be, and here, okay, we'll be also doing the I plus plus, and here what I'll be doing, I'll be just simply adding that particular number. Answer dot add push, the push command. Okay, and here also I plus plus. Okay, so and at the end I'll be returning answer. So okay, so this was just the pseudocode, and this is not a very hard level question. You just need to find the pattern that we need to add. Let's say 1 to 4. So 1 and 4 is my target. So what I'll be doing, I'll be iterating from I equal to 0. So first I'll be pushing I, pushing 1, push, and then what I'll be, okay, let me just type it. So yeah, for getting 1 4, what I'll have to do, I'll be just push, let's say 1 first. Then what I'll be doing, I'll be pushing 2. Then I don't need 2 in the target, so I'll be popping it off. And similarly, when the I will become 3, I'll be pushing it again, push 3, and then I don't need it again, so I'll be just popping, and at the end I'll be pushing 4. So this is how what my answer is, list of string answer would look like: push, push, pop, push, pop, push. Okay, so this is just the this condition, push pop is handled by the while loop. Okay, so this was it for the pseudocode. Now let's move to the coding window for this, and let's say, okay, yeah, just, yeah. Okay, now let's create a variable. Let's say list of string. Let's say result that is equal to new array list. Okay, and now let's have a variable I that is initialized with 0. Okay, yeah, 0. And here let's have a for loop, and it's a num and target. So while I is less than num minus 1, we'll be doing answer dot add push, and here answer dot add pop, and just I plus plus. Okay, and here what I'll be doing, I'll be simply adding that the num which we need in the target. Answer dot push, and here I plus plus. Okay, so, and at the end, let's, okay, here it's not answer, it's result, sorry, my bad. Okay, result dot add, and let's just simply return result. Okay, so now let's submit it. Yeah, and it gets accepted. Okay, so yeah, and it gets accepted. Okay, so this was it for today. Thank you for watching.